You're listening to Sips of Sanity, your toolkit for emotional and intuitive intelligence, or what we like to call the dirty work. Let's do it.
I'm a little bit sad because I love this series so much, and we're on the 5th day of it.
I also think that this one is going to make them walk away with a shit ton of anger, so I'm a little bit nervous for this episode, but let's do it.
You think it's going to make them... Yeah, true
we're about to spell out for you, if you haven't been thinking about this already, what you deserve from this fucking world.
Right.
So, let's go.
So the very first one on our list to discuss is education.
Yeah. Why are we paying out the fucking nose for this? You deserve access to information, education, and it's on the internet for free now, which is phenomenal, right? We're still pushing that we should go get massive degrees and everything, which there's a time and a place for that too. But you deserve access to education.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I believe all citizens of the world deserve access to education right through to the end of university or whatever the hell you want to learn.
Yeah, he, she, they, all religions, all human beings under any goddamn circumstance deserve education.
Yes, not male over female, he, she, or they.
Class.
Exactly.
Belief system, anything.
And we don't, oh God.
People deserve education, period.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And not to be in debt over it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to add one more thing to that. They also deserve to have the truth in education. Because we were not given the truth in our history books in particular.
Well, we're still not given the truth because studies are funded by companies that want a result printed. So we also, yes, you're talking about something that bleeds into news, right?
Yes.
But we deserve the truth about actual studies that aren't influenced by what people are going to benefit from.
Perfect. And Kelly, my head went to things like that we deserve to know the truth about history. We deserve to know the truth about what presidents and world leaders really did in the past and which countries really did certain things because we were told the way the Second World War or whatever occurred through the lens of a government that wanted us to believe certain things about that war so they could engage us in further wars. It wasn't necessarily the truth of what actually occurred. And I never learned that until I talked to people that went to school in different countries and got their own education from their countries who had a different version of the very same damn war. Mm-hmm. That was mind-blowing. And something, as you said, that because of technology now, that we now know better. So these books and the way that we're learning should be up to date with what the truth is at all times.
Up to date? Yeah, they should just be printed with the fucking truth, period. Okay, next one.
The next one on our list, Kelly, is protection.
Yeah, we deserve to be protected physically, mentally, emotionally, right? Like, I on one hand, I can't say enough about it. And on the other hand, I'm like at a loss of words because it's so obvious to me that as a society, a civilized society, if we want to call ourselves that we can't actually fucking protect each other. That our governments make it impossible for us to protect ourselves. Right? Like hopes and prayers for mass shootings in the United States because they refuse to restrict gun laws. It's nonsensical what's happening, and we deserve to be protected, not the casualties and people's war for money.
There's so much more that could be said about this one.
And maybe people will leave their own comments. But we want to put that out there that you deserve it.
Exactly, Kelly. And the next point is that we deserve to be supported. And one of the examples that comes to mind for me is that all students need to be and deserve to be supported in that they get books, computers, anything that they need for their education, instead of that parents are supposed to provide that when we know very clearly that all parents are not created financially equal.
Yeah. And I mean, what you're talking about is access to resources, which is one form of support. And I think that's fantastic. And this, I'm going to offer one that kind of bleeds into our previous one about protection and support is laws, right? Laws that actually support us in healthy ways, not offer privilege, but actually offer protection, which serve to support us in our day-to-day lives.
Can I segue that right into that we deserve information and that it's not supposed to be disinformation? That we are not supposed to be in a society where people purposely, intentionally gaslight, where we see in the news on a regular basis politicians, leaders of in any regard use gaslighting as opposed to healthy, truthful information. And we shouldn't have to sit here and think, is that the truth or not the truth?
Is this a fabricated story or is this, yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, someone might be like, didn't you already talk about education and truth? Yes, we did. But disinformation is different, right? We're like, when we're talking about truth, if you just spin a little part of a story, you're not giving us truth. If you're fabricating an entire story, you're giving out actual disinformation.
And we all know we're all adults in Patreon, and we all understand what truth is versus everything that is the opposite of it. Whether you leave things out or all of the different shit show things that we do to not give the truth. Okay, and to wrap up the entire week, Kelly, our very last one that we deserve to expect from society is consent.
I don't know if we need to talk about this one. Like, I just want to stare a death stare into the camera and be like, you deserve consent. Right? Like, there's no question about that.
Yes. Yes, it's not negotiable.
Yeah.
Okay, then why don't we leave it at that for this week?
Okay. And if people have questions, they can obviously send those in, generate great discussion. We always encourage that. And we'll thank you guys once again for spending another month with us in Patreon. It means the world to us that you guys actually want to live healthier lives. It gives us hope for the future. So we're proud of everyone and thankful.